Hello guys, my name is Christopher Key. I used to own and be part owner, of one of the most controversial supplement companies in the world called SWAT. I can't say the last letter or I'll be in violation of my court order that Luther Strange and the judge put me under nearly 5 years ago. Actually, Wednesday, September 5th, will be exactly the 5-year anniversary that the government came in and shut our company down. We were helping people without using drugs, without using chemicals, and without surgery. And they came in and closed us down. And now for 5 years almost, as of Wednesday, I have not been able to do anything involved with health, wellness, and pain management because of my court order and the agreement we made with the state. And I want to tell them thank you for doing that. It's given me a very unique opportunity to learn more about health, wellness, and pain management. And they will not allow me to practice doing what I was doing in the state of Alabama, but I now do have the ability to go outside the state, and on September 11th of next year I hope to be open and operational, doing what I do best, is helping people without drugs, chemicals, and surgery. One of the first things I'll always do with my athletes is get them to watch a documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. It was a very good documentary, I think, about helping the body heal itself. I'm not a medical doctor. I do not practice medicine without a license. Anything I do or say, I tell everybody to do their own research, take what I say with a grain of salt. But it's your temple, and you got to find out what works for you. Today, I'm about to juice. I've been on a 15-day juice fast myself. I broke it 7 days ago because my mom and dad's 50th anniversary. Took them to a very nice dinner, and I had fish, which didn't bother me at all. It was very good, but did not have to have it or did not want it, but I did do it. But here's my juice. It consists of cucumber, celery, broccoli, apples, lemon, lime, cilantro. This is the juicer I use. I'll just show you. It's very simple, very easy to use. So you can hear over everything. This is just the juice that's coming out with the celery. I pre-cut everything to make it a little easier. And one of the things I like to do is use a strainer to make sure I get everything out of it after the fact. And then I will do enough for 7 days, and then I will freeze all this. So the carrots are big. Got a broccoli. All this is organically grown. It has no pesticides or herbicides. No wonderful, fabulous glyphosate. If anybody saw the last lawsuit that came, or the first lawsuit that came out, where Monsanto finally got what was coming to them, and hopefully there'll be many more lawsuits to come while people realize what is happening to the human body with the glyphosate. If you've never seen the documentary by Dr. Bush, I would strongly recommend you watch it, where he talks about one of the unique things, microbiome, that nobody's talking about, that is what is being damaged by the glyphosate, and is why we all have the leaky gut that we do have, and why we can't absorb any of our nutrients. And that's why it was so wonderful that the lawsuit happened, and hopefully the truth will begin to come out about Monsanto and about glyphosate. And again, if you've never seen or heard of Dr. Bush, he is one of the very few triple certified medical doctors that is actually talking about the truth of what is happening to the human body, and actually begins to know how the human body functions, not like your regular medical doctors that have never been taught nutrition and does not know how the human body functions. They think that the reason why we have cancer, unfortunately, is because we have lack of chemotherapy, which is just not the truth. You know, we don't have headaches because we have lack of aspirin. There's a problem there. And the medical doctors are only given a band-aid to fix a problem, but sadly, for the most part, it's not all their fault, but it really is, because the ones I talked to when I began to learn the truth didn't want to hear it. What I'm doing here now is straining. Sometimes with my cucumber, it can look a little bulky, and I don't like the pulp, so I'll use a strainer to strain it out. Here's a cilantro. And again, I'll take all this and freeze it all, and I'll have enough for 7 days, which makes this so much easier, because it does take some time to juice and cut all this stuff. So that's why I like on Sunday, today's actually Monday though, but usually on Sunday I will do enough to last me for at least 7 days, and then I will freeze it. Some people say that you lose all the antioxidants and whatnot, but I seem to still get very good results from it, so I'm going to continue to do it. And it just makes it easier instead of having to juice every single day. I like to do it this way. Again, I think it's much easier to do it this way, but again, it's, I think, very simple. And if you haven't seen the documentary Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, it would be a very good idea to watch it to get a better understanding about how to do a juice fast and why you might want to do a juice fast. I think it's a very good thing to do at least once a year to help detoxify the body, get all the toxins out. Again, I thought I ate fairly clean, and I took my own advice and started my own juice fast 2 Saturdays ago, and lost 20 pounds. I don't think none of it was muscle. I believe it was nothing but toxic chemicals coming out of my body, which again, I thought I ate fairly healthy, but even when you try to eat very healthy, unless you know your farmer, you don't know where the stuff is coming from. That's why I think it's a good idea to, like I did today, it's Saturday, went to the farmer's market. There's a couple of local guys down there I've bought from before and got from them. They seem to be very trustworthy. What I want to do with these guys is go visit each one of their farms. I think that's one of the best things you can do once you meet a farmer that you know and you trust, to go actually see what they do at the farm. That way you know exactly what's going on. Okay. Back up again. Some more cucumber. Like I said, I like to use a strainer just to get the extra pulp out and whatnot. Apples. Got the apples, lemon, and lime. And again, it's very simple to do. It just takes time. And I think it tastes very well. So if you get a chance, I would try to do this myself. And again, if you get a chance to look into what we used to do as far as how we help people without drugs and without chemicals and without surgery, I think you could find some interesting reading, some good microbiome on there. Wash it off with a little non-fluoridated water. This is Kangen water, which is basically the only water I like to use because number one, Kangen's been a medical device in Japan for nearly 30 years now. It has a pH of, the one I drink is 9.5. Most people don't realize this, but Dr. Warburger was given the Nobel Prize, I think it was 1932, because he proved that no virus or bacteria could live in an alkali state. So, if you alkalize the human body, my belief is you can't get sick because no virus or bacteria can live inside you. And now for you medical doctors and nurses out there, I did not say change the blood pH. I said change the body pH. We know through medical science that if you change the blood pH, that a small fraction of a point you'll die. But the body pH is easily changeable, and you can take litmus paper and every morning you can test yourself and see what your body pH is and try to make sure that it stays alkalized. Which alkalinity, I believe, means health. Alright, what is that? Let's see. Okay. So as you can see, I got a little pulp on the top. That's why I like to strain it out. I don't like that extra pulp, for me personally. Here's my limes. These limes are pretty thick. I didn't take the peeling off all of it, but I did take the I like to soak my vegetables with white vinegar for at least an hour before I juice it. There's my broccoli. Okay, I'll save the rest of that. More apple. And this should make almost 2 juices here that I just did. More celery. Celery. And again, like I was saying, this is Saturday, day 15 on my juice fast. I broke it again last Sunday because of my mom and dad's 50th anniversary. Broke it again on Sunday for Labor Day and just had fish again, just to make sure my body was getting what it needed, which I think it more than is. Here's one juice here. Oops. It's not going to quite make two, but fairly close. So that's 2 juices. I'll finish doing all this, and at the end I'll show you I'll have at least 7 days worth. I try to drink at least 2 a day, and then I have my cucumber salad that you should see from earlier that I made. Again, thank you Luther Strange and the wonderful fabulous government for closing this down, and Our anniversary of 5 years being closed down will be September 5th on Wednesday. And I hope to be back doing what I love to do on September 11th of next year. Hopefully anybody found this helpful. You can contact me again. I'm not a medical doctor. I do not practice medicine without a license. All I'm doing today is exercising my First Amendment right of free speech. The government did not and cannot take that away. All I've done is showed you what I do for me and recommended what I do for me. And if you choose to look into those things, that's your prerogative. You do control what goes on to your own temple, and that's up to you to do it, because nobody else can control that. They're trying to help you with that, but you got your alphabet soup organizations that say they do good, but I hope they do. I just seem not to trust many of them, like the CDC and the AMA and the FDA, and there's some unique things that they do, and my belief is, and it's my personal opinion, that they only best interest they have is the corporations, not we the people. So please look into that. Look into me, Christopher Key, my formal company called SWAT, and I can't say the last letter. Just Google Christopher Key and those first 4 letters and you'll find it, and see what things we were doing and how we did them, and I think you might find some things very interesting. Thank you.